In this section, we are going to take a look at how to integrate the Colorado standards with best practice related to assessment design. When designing performance assessments, the first step is to clearly articulate the purpose of the evidence. Is it to demonstrate mastery of course-specific content or graduation readiness? Option 1 is for designing an assessment within a course. The task is going to provide compelling evidence of mastery of a group of related content standards and integrate one or more of the 18 essential skills and performance outcomes. And therefore, it will be able to be used to demonstrate growth over time related to the 10 graduation competencies. The resulting product, while varied, complex, and iterative, tends to be a single overall product. An example of a course-level assessment might be a group of robotics students who are entering a competition. They must collaborate to engineer a robot that adheres to design criteria or maximizes the efficiency of the energy conversions. Students will clearly be engaged in specific science and engineering content standards. They will also be pulling on many of the 18 essential performance outcomes. In the design of the task, the teacher chooses to highlight 2 of them for all students in the class: creativity, innovation, and collaboration and teamwork. As a class, they identify 6 others that naturally lend themselves to this experience. This chart over here shows all 8 that collectively they identified. The teacher then conferences with each student individually, and they select one additional area to focus on through this task. The student then sets goals, completes reflections, receives feedback related to a total of 3 performance outcomes through this project. The course-based assessments will feed into the graduation readiness level assessment, either by providing direct evidence or serving as practice. Assessments at this level also embody all 6 of the design elements, but they tend to be much broader in scope. The work products themselves provide deeper evidence. Use an example of a portfolio organized around the 10 competencies. A student puts together evidence related specifically to project management, which is comprised of 4 essential performance outcomes. Grounded in reflections, goal setting, and practice, the student chooses artifacts from across content areas to demonstrate growth and mastery of each of those 4 performance outcomes. In this way, the student provides compelling evidence related to a specific competency. The evidence is broad, deep, and complex. Here we can see the relationship between the goal of the assessment and pieces of the standards. Course-level performance assessments are designed by strategically pairing specific content standards with specific performance outcomes. Graduation-level assessments are designed to collect evidence of mastering the graduation-level competencies. The grain size is different. One more piece of clarification for you as you begin the design process. There are 10 competencies total, but you are asked to ensure that all performance assessments are linked in some way to one of these 3. In the next section, you're going to start drafting a performance assessment using a template. That template clearly asks you to select at least one performance outcome from one of these 3 competencies to integrate into your task. You can choose to pull in others if they feel like they are a good fit. Best practice is to really focus on a few performance outcomes at a time, especially if students are new to this practice. The idea is to integrate intentional learning, goal setting, feedback related to these outcomes. Choose performance outcomes that fit naturally into your overall task and allow students the opportunity to learn deeply related to those skills. If you're looking for examples of places where your content standards lend themselves to specific competencies or performance outcomes, this document linked here may give you some ideas. We've posted the slideshows so that you have quick access to all the linked documents and the resources. As always, reach out with questions.